The Song of God, Guruji, Bhagavad Gita, which the Lord Himself justifies it.
Okay. The Lord Himself is okay. Let's slowly. Yeah. So Shabda Pramana means the words spoken by the Lord. So that's called Shabda Pramana. So Deepika is telling getting knowledge from Parampara. Yeah, perfect. So Parampara means getting the knowledge from the disciplic succession. एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम् इमं राजर्षयो विदुः सकालेने महता योगो नष्टः परन्तपा. So this knowledge is passed down from in the disciplic succession, and eventually this knowledge was lost. And that knowledge Krishna again re-established by speaking to Arjuna. So we discussed about, did we discuss about Big Bang Theory last time?
No, Prabhuji.
No? Okay. So Big Bang Theory is also another Anumana Pramana by speculation. I think I showed you the video of that bacterial flagella, where bacterial flagella is rotating at high speed, and then the scientist was wondering, oh, how can it be by chance? It is surely a item which is created. It is not a product of chance. Correct. So these are some of the points which we discussed. Now, some people talk about Big Bang Theory. So Big Bang Theory states that there was a point which was very, very tiny, infinitesimal size. And it was having infinite temperature, infinite pressure, infinitesimal volume. In this way, this point existed. And then, because of some factor which even scientists don't know, it exploded. And this explosion created the entire universe. And we are all sitting here talking with each other, seeing this world around us. It is so extremely beautiful and organized. So Big Bang Theory states that there is a big bang once upon a time, and that explosion led to the creation of this world, creation of the species, and creation of life. So in this way, Big Bang Theory tries to explain creation, but there are some logical flaws in this. For example, okay, in case I agree that such a point existed, it's a highly imaginary point which has never been experienced till now. Considering such a point existed, so still the question remains, who created that point? Right? So Big Bang Theory doesn't have any answer to this question of who created that point. And if in case that point created everything and it had the power to create such a wonderful world, then that point itself is conscious, and that becomes God. And in case, another argument that in case the point exploded and it led to creation of all the species, that must have been a controlled explosion. Because when we see that whenever any bomb is dropped, that explosion leads to destruction. We don't see anything created from explosion. Generally, things are destroyed. Similarly, this Big Bang also was an explosion. That's what scientists say. Then how did it create such a wonderful orderly universe? Cosmos literally means orderly universe. How did it come into being? So it means that this explosion is controlled. So the question is, who was in control? Who is controlling it? So that's the point we have to think of. So that person is God. The person who controlled this explosion is God. So in this way, Big Bang Theory starts from an intermediate point and tries to explain the creation. In fact, all the scientific arguments, they start from intermediate point. They don't start from the origin. They don't know the origin, right? The Big Bang Theory starts from a point, which was infinitesimal in size. Darwin theory starts from a prebiotic soup. But how did that prebiotic soup come into existence? There's no answer for that. Darwin doesn't have any answer. So, in this, science begins from an intermediate point and tries to explain the phenomena of this world. but there are many flaws in those explanations, which a sane person will not be able to put faith in. So another argument comes that this world must have been created. So who is the creator, right? And how did he create? That's the next question. So that's answered in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita talks about the world being created by a conscious person, a supremely powerful, supremely intelligent person, and he is God, and he created this whole world. So that's what Bhagavad Gita talks about. So let's see today's topic. Today's topic is substance and shadow. This is designed by Radhesham Das, who is our spiritual mentor, and we learned many things from him. Spiritual engagements like sugarcane lead to sickness. Modern pleasures like bamboo bite lead to obesity. I touched this topic in our previous Gita in a nutshell, but today I'll go into more details about this topic. There are a lot of things to be spoken about this topic. So we'll discuss this in this format: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, attraction principle, pause and thus, choose between original and fake, dazzling beauty, but deteriorate shortly. Enchanting beauty queens vanish from cinema scenes. Friend of your heart, Lord of a life, government versus jail, and happy world and horrible world. Make your choice. So these are the 8 topics into this one topic, substance and shadow. First is attraction principle. Everyone is attracted to someone beautiful or strong or wealthy, because originally these opulences are present in God, who is supremely attractive. The great sage Parashara defines Bhagavan as one who is full in 6 opulences. Right? Lord is also called as Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulences. Van means one who possesses. So what are the opulences? Beauty, wealth, knowledge, fame, strength, and renunciation. This makes God all attractive to everyone. So these are the 6 opulences. And the soul also, being part and parcel of God, possesses similar characteristics to God, but in minute proportion. God is having all these qualities in full proportion. Like we get attracted to people who are beautiful. For example, beauty queens, film actresses, one gets attracted to them. One gets attracted to very rich people like Bill Gates or Tesla owner, Ambani's. We get attracted to them. Many people are fan of them because they have wealth. And some people are famous because of their knowledge, like Albert Einstein, very intelligent. Some are very powerful. And some are famous, like Sachin Tendulkar or Mahatma Gandhi, very famous because of their certain qualities and skills. And then there is renunciation. So great Goswamis, sannyasis, acharyas like Shripad Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, they are also very famous because they are exhibiting the quality of renunciation. So that's why gurus and sadhus, they're also famous. So in this way, 6 opulences, anybody who possesses becomes attractive. But all these qualities are there to the fullest extent in Krishna. So Krishna's qualities are reflected in the jiva. All of us also exhibit the qualities of Krishna to minute proportion. Nobody can say that I am completely beautiful. No, there will be somebody more beautiful than him. Anybody cannot say that I'm the richest person in this world. But that richness is also a fraction, because he cannot own everything of this world. He may own a portion of wealth of this world, but the whole world he cannot own. But Krishna owns. Like here you see beauty. Krishna is the most beautiful. Right? What is the proof of his beauty? He is so beautiful that the whole world get attracted to him. The name Krishna itself means all attractive. Krishna means Sarva Akarshaka. One attracts the whole world to him. That's Krishna, the most beautiful. It is said that when Krishna was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra fighting the war, he was close to 100 years old, but he was always young, looking young. Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam cha. Adyam Purana Purusham, he is the oldest personality, but he is young. So that's how Krishna is defined. He is young. Here you see wealth. Somebody, he's having full wealth. We'll elaborate these things in future. Krishna is having full knowledge. He gave knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, which we are still reading. Then Krishna gave knowledge to Brahmaji, who is the Adi Kavi, the first person to learn the Vedas, and Brahmaji gave it to all of us. And then you will see quality of strength. Krishna is so strong that when he was a small boy, he lifted Govardhan Hill on his little finger for 7 days and 7 nights. Finger is the weakest portion. With the weakest portion, Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. He killed great demons like Kamsa, Chanura, Mustika, and then many other demons also. He danced on Kaliya. Then he is famous by different names. He's called Radhika Vallabha, Gopijana Vallabha, Nanda Nandana, Yashodhanandana. He is famous as Makhan Chor. He is famous as Bhakta Vatsala. So whatever Krishna does, whatever activities he does, he becomes famous by that name. So Krishna has got unlimited names. Krishna also has the quality of renunciation. Somebody who is all rich, all famous, all powerful, but he's not proud of it. The proof is when Krishna met Sudama in his home, Krishna washed the feet of Sudama. You can see in this photograph how Krishna is washing the feet of Sudama. Krishna became the driver of Arjuna, such a qualified person. Krishna is a supreme person, but he is becoming the driver of Arjuna. That shows his renunciation. He is carrying the sandals of his father Nanda Maharaj. He even takes an avatar called Narayana Rishi avatar, wherein he takes sannyas. So these are the examples of renunciation. So Bhagavan or God is one who is full in 6 opulences. These opulences reflect minutely in the material world. So Krishna is Bhagavan because he contains all these 6 qualities to the fullest extent, to the topmost degree. So that's why he is God. So this is the verse from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter. Yadyad vibhuti matsattvam Srimadurjitameva va tattadeva avagachatvam mamatejo amsha sambhavam. Okay. Can we recite this verse? I'll recite, then you can repeat. Is it okay? We can unmute and repeat. So this will help us to learn Bhagavad Gita shlokas properly. Right? Bhagavad Gita is not just to be heard, but we should chant also. I'll recite a part of the line. You can repeat it after me. Yadyad vibhuti matsattvam
यद्यद्विभूतिमत्सत्त्वम्
Srimad Urjitameva va
श्रीमद्ऊर्जितमेव वा
Tattadevavagachatvam
तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वम्
Mama Tejo Amsha Sambhavam.
मम तेजोंशसम्भवम्.
Yes, can someone read this translation?
And know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring but a spark of my splendor.
Yeah. So they're all coming from a spark of Krishna's splendor. 10.41 Bhagavad Gita. So whatever you see, like sun is reflecting the light of Krishna, right? So it's a fraction of Krishna's opulence. The elephant is nothing but a fraction of Krishna's strength. Elephant is very strong, but it's just a fraction of what Krishna has awarded to it. Strength of Krishna awarded to it. In this way, in Bhagavad Gita, the 10th chapter, Krishna lists a lot of opulences. He says, among all the Devatas, I am Indra. Among all the trees, I am Ashwatha Vriksha. Among all the rivers, I am Ganga. Among all the mountains, I am Himalaya. Among all the wild animals, I am the lion. So whatever powerful thing you see in this world, Krishna says it is a spark of my splendor. So that is what this shloka says. So Bhagavan, opulences, and one who possesses these opulences. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, this word comes in Bhagavad Gita 28 times and 140 times in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Vyasadeva is addressing Krishna as Bhagavan. See, in Bhagavad Gita, he could have written Sri Krishna Vacha, but he didn't write like that. He said Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Why did he write Bhagavan Vacha? Purposefully, to clarify the point that Krishna, this same Krishna is Bhagavan. He is not an ordinary king. He is Bhagavan. So that's why, to make it clear, Vyasadeva writes Sri Bhagavan Vacha. See, somebody may have wealth, a few lakhs of rupees. Somebody may have Arab, he may be Lakpati, Arabpati. Somebody may be Karabakpati. But Lord Vishnu alone is Sri Lakshmi Pati. Nobody can take this position. Lakshmi is there only serving Krishna. So that's why Krishna is Lakshmi Pati. So wherever Krishna is being worshipped, Lakshmi will be stable. She will be happily serving in that place. But wherever Krishna is not being worshipped, Lakshmi will not stay there. She's Chanchala. She roams from that place. She goes away from that place to other places. So Krishna is only Lakshmi Pati. Ekam Shena Sthito Jagat. With a single fragment of myself, I support this entire universe. So when Krishna was speaking about his opulences in 10th chapter, Krishna talks about 80 things. That I'm Himalayas, in the mountains, and the Mriganam, Mrigindroham, I'm all the animals, and lion, like that. He keeps on speaking. He says, Nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam dhananjaya. Hey Krishna, Arjuna, how much shall I say? There's no end. I have unlimited energies, unlimited powers. Right? Try to understand that ekam shena sthito jagat. Just by a fraction of my energy, I maintain the whole universe. I support the whole universe. That is the power of Krishna. Right? So that's why he's called as Bhagavan. So we get attracted to something because that attraction is originally for Krishna. And that thing which we are getting attracted to is nothing but an energy of Krishna. That's why we are getting attracted. It can be a beautiful woman or a rich man or a good position, fame or renunciation. That attraction is there because that is a fraction of Krishna's attraction or reflection of Krishna's attractive power. Okay, so that is the first topic. Let's go to the second topic, boss and das. In this world, everybody wants to be boss. But actually, Krishna is the boss. You see here, God is a supreme person. All souls are his eternal servants. Dasa. Jivara Swarupa hai, Krishna Nitya Dasa. So the nature of the soul is to serve Krishna. So Krishna is being served by so many devotees, gopas, gopis, cows, and wild animals, and peacock. So all the birds and everybody serving Krishna. So that is Vrindavan, that is Vaikuntha. The place where Krishna is the enjoyer and all are serving Krishna. That is the happy place. But when the jiva forgets his nature, that I am the servant of the Lord, and wants to become the master, then the jiva is sent into this material world to reform his mentality. Like in this world, in this country, there is a prime minister. Right? He's the prime minister of the country. When you align yourself with the Prime Minister, right? Exactly as Prime Minister of the country is the leader of all citizens, God is also the leader of all the jivas. So when a person aligns with the country, he gets benefit. Similarly, by aligning with God, we become happy. And by turning away from God, one becomes unhappy. So the cause of happiness is serving God, and cause of unhappiness is forgetting God. Now, he's got some impersonal light or energy. That's another question. Like this is a company, which is Microsoft. It's a well-managed multinational company with operations all around the world. But behind all these operations, there is a person, right? There's a person, there's the owner who is running it. Of course, now it is Sundar Pichai, who's the CEO, who's heading that. Similarly, behind every nation, there is a prime minister. And behind this creation also, there is a gigantic, behind the gigantic manifestation of this creation, there is a person who is controlling this creation, who is none other than Supreme Lord Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabho mattah sarvam pravartate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. The meaning of this is, I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. From me, everything emanates. Mattaha sarvam pravartate, and by me it is maintained. Iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava sammanvitaha. And one who knows this fact that Krishna created everything, he worships Lord with full faith. Buddha bhava sammanvita, with great devotion he worships him. Right? Now the question is, where does the soul come from? Actually, soul is a part and parcel of Krishna. It was in the spiritual world. Like you see here, Krishna and Balaram, they're herding cows, and so many Gwalas, Gopalas, they're all there. The spiritual world is completely inhabited by all the jivas, souls, who are all devotees of Krishna. But in case the jiva gets his desire to separately enjoy, then he is sent to this material world. Spiritual world is a very happy place, as it is said here. So there's a very beautiful verse in Brahma Samhita which says that every walk is a dance. Katha ganam natyam gamanamapi vamshi priyasakhi chidanandam jyotihi paramapi tadasvadyam apicha sayatra kshirabdi shravati surabhirashcha sumahan nimershadhyakyo va vrajati nahi yatrapi samayah Bhaje Shvetadvipam tamaham golokamitiyam Vedantaste santah kshitiviralachara katipaye. This Brahma Samhita song, Brahmaji is describing that in the spiritual world, people don't walk, they dance. When do people dance? When they're very happy, that's the time they dance. So in spiritual world, people are very happy, that's why they dance. Every word is a song. There, they don't talk, they sing. Dharma kshetre guru kshetre samaveta yutsavah mamakaha pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. It's a song. Bhagavad Gita is a song. So Krishna is singing this to Arjuna. And similarly, in the spiritual world, people are happy always. That's why they sing. Water is like nectar. All living beings are pure. There is no old age, disease, or death. So that's the spiritual world. That's our real eternal home, where we can get ultimate unending happiness. Thus our goal of life is to return back home, back to Godhead. Yeah, can we repeat this verse? This describes the quality of the spiritual world. Yeah. Natadbhasayate suryo
Atadbhasete suryo
na shashanko na pavakaha
na shashanko na pavakaha
yadgatva na nivartante
yadgatva na nivartante
Tadhama paramam mama.
Tadhama paramam mama.
Yes, kindly read the translation.
That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world.
Yeah. In that spiritual world, there is no need of Surya, no Shashanka, moon not required. Pavaka, electricity is not required. So that is a spiritual world, self-effulgent world. So once we go there, yad gatva na nivartante. So a person from the material world, when he goes back to spiritual world, he will not return again. That's the assurance Krishna is giving here. Right? Some people ask question that, no, Prabhuji, after we go back to spiritual world, will you again come back? Krishna says, no, you will not want to come back. Just like a person, a boy, a small boy, when he puts finger in fire, for example, candle is burning, he puts his finger because he's curious. It's such a nice scene to look at. The flame appears very, very pleasing to look at. So he brings the finger near and gets burnt. And because he has got burnt once, he'll be careful next time. He'll not touch the fire. Similarly, a person who has experienced this material world once and goes back to spiritual world, he will never return back. He can return back, but he will not, because he has had a bad experience. Right? The free will is always there. The jiva has the free will, either he can serve Krishna or serve Maya. The free will is given to the jiva, but the jiva, by misuse of free will, he comes to this material world. And when he goes back again to the spiritual world, he will not want to come back again, right? Because of the bad experience. So in the beginning of battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was under stress, right? And he was depending on his own ideas and becoming happy. Ideas of becoming happy without consulting Lord Sri Krishna. That is why limbs of my body are quivering, hair is standing on end, my mouth is drying up, my whole body is trembling, my Gandiva bow is slipping from my hand, I'm unable to stand, my mind is reeling, I'm forgetting myself. So Arjuna exhibits all these symptoms in the beginning of the battle, right? But he hears Bhagavad Gita from Arjuna and so from Krishna. Krishna spoke this to Arjuna because Arjuna was a friend and devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. Realizing that Krishna was his only shelter, Arjuna prayed to be guided by him. Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, is the supreme well-wisher of his devotees. By aligning with Krishna's guidance, Arjuna achieved victory and happiness. So similarly, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. When we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna protects us. For example, Draupadi, right? Or Duryodhana, Dushasana, they were trying to disrobe Draupadi, and Draupadi took shelter of Krishna. Initially, she was trying to take help from Pandavas and the people in that assembly. Nobody helped. Nobody, everyone was helpless. So at that time, she rose both the hands and called out to Krishna. Agre kuruna mata pandavanam dushasanena hritavastrakeshaha Krishna tada krosha dananyanatha Govinda damodara madhaveti. Hey Govinda, hey Damodara, hey Madhava. When Draupadi called from the heart in this way, Krishna appeared in the form of unlimited sari and protected Draupadi. So prayers go up, blessings come down. So we are always servants of Krishna. So we depend on Krishna, then Krishna gives our protection. So we are Das and Krishna is boss. Right? Krishna tells to Arjuna, surrender unto me, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. By doing so, one can become free from all sufferings and ultimately attain the spiritual world. Okay. Kindly repeat this verse. This is a beautiful verse. This is the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita. The last. Yatra yogeshwaraha Krishno.
Yatra yogeshwaraha Krishno.
Yatra partho dhanurdaraha.
Yatra partho dhanurdaraha.
Tatra shrir vijayo bhutir.
Tatta Shri Vijayo Bhutir.
Dhruvani tirmatirmama.
Dhruvani Tirmatirmama.
Translation, please.
Sanjay said, wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion.
Correct. So there are four things: Shri, Vijayo, Bhuti, and Nitihi. So this is the verdict of Sanjay. So one who obeys Krishna's will, he will emerge victorious. Pandavas were 5, Kauravas were 100. Who will win? 5 versus 100. Generally, powerful party wins. 100 people, they should be victorious. But Pandavas won. Right? Can anybody say why did Pandavas win? Although they were outnumbered.
Because Lord was driving Arjuna's chariot.
Yeah, perfect. Lord was driving Arjuna's chariot. And Arjuna is Yogeshwara. He is master of all mystics. So he can do anything. Impossible is made possible by Krishna. So that's why Pandavas emerged victorious. The 5 Pandavas emerged victorious, and all 100 were killed. 100 all out. So Bhima, actually, who killed all these 100 Kauravas? Did Arjuna kill?
Bhima.
Yeah, no, Arjuna didn't kill. Bhima killed. Because Bhima had taken the vow that I'll kill all these 100. So Bhima alone killed them. In fact, whenever the war was happening, if some Kaurava came in front of Arjuna, Arjuna will just defeat him and let him go and leave him for Arjuna to be killed. So none of the Pandavas killed the Kauravas, even if they encountered them. They were all killed by Bhima. Because of Krishna factor. Whoever has Krishna on his side, victory will be his. So we have to become like Arjuna and follow in the footsteps of Arjuna. Now comes to the C. Choose between original and fake. To love and serve God is the eternal occupation of the soul called Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means eternal. Dharma means duties. The eternal duty of the soul is to love and serve God. And eternal service can be rendered only to God because people are temporary. One may render service to nation. How much can he render? After he dies, he has to leave the country. He may render service to parents. How long? Till they are alive, he can render service. One may render service to the boss. Till when? Till retirement. After that, service ends. So we may serve our own senses, but how long? Till we are alive. After we die, we cannot render service to the senses. So the Sanatana Dharma means the service of the soul for Krishna. As Krishna is Sanatana, eternal, and Atma is Sanatana. So the Sanatana Sambandha between Sanatana Jiva and Sanatana Krishna is Sanatana Dharma. Okay, so that is the real definition of Sanatana Dharma. And the terms like Hinduism and other religions came later. But the original Dharma is Sanatana Dharma. So when the soul desires to imitate God, he forgets that eternal relation with God. Right? Thus, considering himself to be the material body covering made up of flesh and bones, the soul transfers love and service to material bodies of relatives, friends, and pets. See, so when he forgets Krishna's love, he starts loving the world, the people of this world, sometimes friends, relatives, and pets. Dharma means that which cannot be given up, or that which is constant companion. For example, water's dharma is liquidity. Salt's dharma is saltiness. And fire dharma is heat and light. Right? Now look at the world around you. What is that cannot be separated from a living being? Right? Everybody is serving. That service cannot be separated from the living being. Somebody is they are serving somebody or the other. Like you see here, this waiter is serving the customers. Teacher is serving the student. Mother is serving the child. And even here the lion is serving the cub. Doctors are also serving, and here is serving the cat. Everybody is serving somebody or the other. So, but such service ends with death. राम नाम सत्य है, मरने के बाद सेवा खत्म हो जाता है, right? Every living being loves someone, right? The family centeredness. We love someone, but only for some time. And eventually, the service or the memories remain, that's all. It remains in the photograph. And the true relationship that terminate, the actual relationships terminate with death, because that's temporary. So, dharma of the soul is to love and serve God. Jivera Sarupa Hai Krishna Ranityadas. So the nature of the soul is to love and serve Krishna. In that service, the jiva will be very happy, right? But in this world, the service is rendered as long as he gets a paycheck. Imagine if the employee is not getting paid, will he go and serve the job, serve the boss? No. Because he'll think, give me my salary, then I'll come and serve you. Right? So in this world, the service is motivated by remuneration, salaries. Salary stops, then job stops. So, but service to Krishna is unmotivated and uninterrupted. So death stops our connection and we move over to another situation and develop another set of relationships. But God is eternal. So the sambandha between Jiva and Krishna is also eternal. Right. Just as a man suffering from amnesia forgets his parents and relatives, we have forgotten our love and service to God. So you know what is amnesia? Amnesia is a disease of forgetfulness. Every person forgets who is he, who am I, where I have come from, who are these relatives. He forgets everything. That's called amnesia. Especially when a person gets hit by some accident, some stone or something, somebody hits him on the head, he forgets things. And the solution for this is the person has to go through similar situations, meet familiar people whom he knew in the past life or in the past before that accident. So by constant association with such people, he'll again recollect the memory. Similarly, we have forgotten Krishna, and how to revive our love for Krishna? By hearing about Krishna, by thinking about Krishna, by reading Bhagavad Gita, one can reawaken our lost love for Krishna, right? So that is a lesson we can learn from this amnesia thing. Some people are spouse-centeredness, they love husband and wife. And some people are family-centeredness, मेरा परिवार, मैं, मेरी बीवी, मेरा परिवार. उसके बाद मेरा पैसा, my money, मेरा काम, my work, my office. Then my luxurious car, my luxurious home, oh, my pleasures, my happiness, drinking, smoking, eating. And then my pets. Sometimes people consider dogs better than any humans because dogs are loyal. Sometimes humans cheat. And sometimes friend or enemy centeredness. In this way, when a person forgets things of this world, he becomes centered around one of these things. But all these things are temporary. Only when a person redirects his love for Krishna, then he becomes fully happy and satisfied. So today, the last one I will move to take is D. Okay, today I will take ABCD, and in the next week I will take EFGH. So dazzling beauty, but deteriorates shortly. So the material opulence and false relationships of the material world are like a glittering imitation gold, giving no satisfaction. Material beauty in material world is a mirage, like perverted reflection of permanent spiritual world beauty. Like the original tree and the reflection of the tree. So the original is spiritual world and the reflection is material world. Such material attractions are finished by passing time. If there's a path leading to spiritual world and there's a path leading to hell, that's eat, drink, and be merry, doing sinful activities. And the path leading to spiritual world is chanting the holy names, hearing Bhagavad Gita, doing satsang. So that leads to spiritual world. Now the question may be, why the soul leaves the company of the Lord and comes to this material world? And you saw that? See this animation? So if the soul is with Krishna, but he goes somewhere and takes birth in the material world in some home, and he wants car, he wants to play, he wants toys. Why did he come? Right? So he came here because of his independent free will to go against Krishna. Right? For example, the analogy given is a boy may be adamantly wanting a car, because the father gives him a pedaling car to satisfy him. Right? Children cannot drive an original car with gears. So the father gives him a pedaling car or a tricycle, and he is happy. He gets something to control. Basically, the tendency is he wants to control. The jiva wants to become controller. When such a desire comes in the heart of a jiva, then the Lord says, come to this material world. When jiva wants to take the position of Krishna, Krishna says, it's not possible. You cannot imitate me. You are tiny and big. But if the jiva is adamant, then Krishna makes a world for him, which is the material world, and puts the jiva here and gives him this body. It's a toy. The body which we get is like a toy which we control, which the jiva controls and tries to be the Ishvara, the manager of this body. So in this way, the jiva comes to this world because of free will and is suffering in this world. Our situation is just like fish out of water. We are in the spiritual world, but when he came out of spiritual world and trying to enjoy material pleasures, like the fish out of water enjoying cigarettes and so many sensitive items, it cannot be happy. Similarly, soul without the company of Krishna cannot be happy. Just like a son who has lost his father can't be happy. When he again connects back to Krishna, he'll be happy. When the son connects back to father, he'll be happy. Similarly, the jiva, when he connects back to Krishna, he'll be happy. So this is a photo here of Gopakumara, who had left the spiritual world and had come to this material world. And after roaming around all the places in the material world, he finally goes back to Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, and there Krishna receives him with tears in his eyes and embraces him. My lost friend has come again. He becomes so grateful. So this is Krishna, who he welcomes. Right? So when Jiva forgets Krishna, then he enjoys all such pleasures like smoking, drinking, gambling, and wastes his time and does sinful activities. Right? So called Bill Britt, the famous US multimillionaire in this US speech in the year 2000, he said, US is a mighty country, but where is our culture going? Drugs, violence, divorce, sex. That's not the American dream. He's agreeing that America is not going in the right direction. But India is such a beautiful country. I admire their culture. They have got such better families and values than we do. They have got much better parents than we do. Their families are much more united than ours. I respect their values. Unfortunately, many youngsters there in India are being influenced by our US media. They're being influenced by the wrong culture, like VTV, MTV, WW, and so many Hollywood, Bollywood movies. And then Bollywood movies are also imitating the West and showing semi-naked girls and making money and showing a lot of violence, cross violence. In this way, they're trying to make more money. So and the youth who are watching this are trying to imitate and do sinful activities, right? Right. So many. And he says that if I were the Prime Minister of India for 15 minutes, I shall shoot all the Western channels out of that beautiful country. But unfortunately, it is not happening. So people are addicted to Western channels. Right. Free life, is it good? Has it made my friends happy? No, free life means there is tendency to misuse, right? Smoking, drinking, and sometimes they commit divorce also and suicide also. So free life is not true life, true happy life. When we depend on Krishna and live a life of service to Krishna, that gives us real freedom, freedom from sins. And when our life becomes free from all sins, then we'll be able to lead a happy life. As long as we are committing sinful activities, we cannot lead a happy life. That's not possible. So, four aspects of substance and shadow I discussed today. First one was attraction principle. We get attracted to things of this world because they are a reflection of Krishna's beauty. And boss or das. We try to become boss, but actually we are das. We are all servants of the Lord. And by serving the Lord, we'll be happy. C is choose between fake and the original. The original world is spiritual world, and this world is material world. And we have left that material spiritual world and come to this material world. And D is dazzling beauty which vanishes with time. So this material world appears wonderful, but actually it is temporary, and the beauty of this world is lost over a period of time. So try to go out. So basically, Bhagavad Gita is telling, 15th chapter is telling, this is not our real home, that is our home. Allide namma mane, ilibande summane. Even our Purandadas are also saying that there is my real world, spiritual world, Vaikunta, and this material world is Kunta. Let's try to practice spiritual life and transport ourselves from this world to that world. That's the goal of life. Okay, so I'll end here. So if anybody has any comments or queries, you can let me know. Next session, next week, we'll continue this topic. Yeah. Yes, Keda, Deepika, Lokesh, Palinpo also joined here. Any questions on today's topic? Yeah, no questions. Then, fine. Yeshwant,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah. So maybe we can check with all whether this timing of 3 o'clock is okay. I'll be okay with this timing. We'll just check with everybody. Today we saw initially about 10 people and then some 6 people staying back. So we can just check with them if all are okay with this 3 p.m. timing. And we can fix this consistently for every week. So this is the time where I'll not get any other programs. Evenings I may have some other programs as well.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, so you can just check with all and then we can fix this time for next week also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
So, Hare Krishna. So, we will end here today. So, today there will be no Gita book reading in the night, where we generally have 8:30 to 9. So, you can chant one round on yourself, and tomorrow we will continue that. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna.